Hello everyone, today I am here with another important topic of NRC. And in last class I already did about the Assam agitation, then I did about the Assam Accord, now I am doing what NRC. This three topic has a link. So those who haven't seen my earlier videos of Assam agitation and Assam Accord, you please go and see that video, then NRC will become very easy. We will study NRC in a systematic way. First we will study what is NRC, then we will study what are the causes or what are the reason behind NRC in Assam, and then we will study what are demerits of NRC, then we will study what is the merits of NRC. Now what actually NRC is? NRC is, we already know it is what? National Registers of Citizens, or it can be defined as NRC is the counting of indigenous people of Assam officially and to root out the illegal migrants from the state of Assam. Now if we see the historical background, it can be proved that how these illegal immigrants changes the demography of Assam. In 1901, the population of Assam was 33 lakhs approximately. In 1901, population of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh was 24 crores approximately. In 1901, India was undivided India. That means Pakistan and Bangladesh was also included. In 2001, Indian population became above 100 crores, and in 2011, population of Assam was reached 3.12 lakhs approximately. Now what we can read out from this? We can read out that population is not only increasing, population is what? The rate of increasing population is very high, or we can say the population is increasing at a geometric mean. It is not increasing at the arithmetic mean. Population is increasing at a geometric mean, or otherwise we can say its population is increasing at a very high rate, or we can say population is blasting, or otherwise we can say explosion of population is happening. Now why it is an explosion of population is happening? It is because of illegal migrants from Bangladesh. In the earlier videos I already told that Assam has been facing the challenges from the illegal migrants from the very early age, but that on two occasions the illegal immigrants was at its peaks. That means the maximum Bangladeshi people reached Assam on two occasions. One was during partition in 1950, another was during the liberation of Bangladesh in 1971. Now we already know that during the partition of India, most of the Bangladeshi people, they came to Assam and settled here. Owing to that, the government compelled to issue the NRC in Assam, and Assam became the only state in entire India to have NRC in way back in 1951. And we already know that in 1951, first census was conducted after the independence, and on that basis NRC was issued, and this NRC was prepared under the purview of Foreigners Act of 1946. Now second wave of migration during liberation of Bangladesh results were Assam agitation in 1979 to 1985, and this Assam agitation was spearheaded by the ASU and the Assam Ganasangram Parishad. I already mentioned that when the Pakistan armies were brutally tortured the Bengali speaking people in Bangladesh, most of the Bengali people, they fled away into the state of Assam, Tripura and the Bengal, and maximum numbers came to what? Assam, and this made what? Insecurity to the people of Assam, and due to which the Assam Ganasangram Parishad and the ASU, they made a platform for the agitation, and this is called what? Assam agitation. Assam agitation was held for 6 years from 1979 to 1985, and in 1985 what was the outcome of Assam agitation? Outcome of Assam agitation was Assam Accord. Assam Accord was signed by the government of India, government of Assam and the leaders of Assam agitation. And 1985, 15 August, it was signed. Now what was the central theme? Central theme was it made the cut-off date for the foreigners. 24th March midnight 1971 was made the cut-off date for the foreigners. If any foreigners will come to Assam after midnight 24 March 1971, they will be detected and they will be deported. Now what happened? During the Assam agitation, one major setback was happened. What was that setback? There is a place which is called Nelly. There is a place which is called what? Nelly. In Nelly is a village in a present day Morigao district. Nelly and its neighbor villages were attacked by few tribal people along with few Assamese people, and in that incident what happened? Many peoples were killed, even children and women were also killed, and those peoples which were killed were said to be what? Bengali Muslims. Now, this compelled the Madam Indira Gandhi to give the safeguards to the Bengali Muslim in Assam during Assam agitation. Now, what did Madam Indira Gandhi did in 1983 to safeguard this Bengali Muslim in Assam during Assam agitation? She had passed an act in the Parliament. That act was said to be IMDT Act. Now, what was the IMDT Act? How it is providing the safeguard to the Bengali Muslim? So, for that I am going to explain in layman terms. Suppose X is a person. Suppose X is a person who is suspecting that Y is a illegal migrant. What I am saying, X is an Assamese citizen, or X is a citizen who X is a citizen and Y is a illegal migrant. So, X is suspecting that Y is an illegal migrant. So for that, X himself have to prove that Y is an illegal migrant, and it is very difficult for the X to prove Y is an illegal migrant. So in this way, what was done, the process to find out the illegal migrants and to deport them was become very complex. So for this reason, only few foreigners were detected and they were deported. So the need of the hour, it is to be strike down. IMDT Act was to be struck down. So in 2005, there was a case in the Supreme Court. The case was versus Sonwal and the Union of India. And in that case, Supreme Court struck down the IMDT Act. And after the striking down the IMDT Act, now it became very, very easy to detect and deport the illegal migrants from the state of Assam. And after the striking down of the IMDT Act, there was a meeting was held, tripartite meeting was held between ASU, between Government of Assam and Government of India. But there was no further development took place regarding NRC and other things in Assam. So after almost 4 years from 2005, it is about 2009. In 2009, there is an NGO called APW. APW means Assam Public Works. It is an NGO files case in Supreme Court praying for deletion of foreigners' name in electoral rolls and the updation of NRC. So in 2005, striking down of IMDT Act took place, but till now no further development take place on updation of NRC. In 2010, pilot projects in Soigao district and Borpeta district to update NRC. There was a pilot projects. Project successful in Soigao district. In Soigao, 4 killed in violence in Borpeta district. Project self. That means in 2010, there is a pilot projects in Soigao as well as in Borpeta for updation of NRC. Projects were successful in Soigao, but 4 people were killed in the violence of Borpeta. So projects shelved. Next, in 2012, another tragic incident took place. The clash between Bodos and Bengali Muslims, thereby many people were killed in the riots, both indigenous as well as Bengali Muslim. Finally, Supreme Court takes up APW petition in 2030, directs center state to begin the process of NRC updation in accordance with the Citizenship Act of 1955 and Citizenship Rules 2003 under its own supervision. NRC State Coordinating Office set up involving 52,000 state government officials working for a prolonged period, and many NRC Seva Kendras were set up to process the documents. In 2015, updation of NRC process begins. The peoples were asked to submit many documents. The documents basically divided into list A, list B, which I am not going to discuss here. So at last, on 31st December 2017, first draft NRC published with names of 1.9 crore of total 3.29 crore applicants. Total applicants was 3.92 crore, but in the name of 1.9 crore was in the list of NRC. July 30, 2018, another draft NRC published, 40 lakhs of 3.29 crore excluded. 26 June 2019, publication of additional draft exclusion list of 1 lakh. On 31st August 2019, final NRC release excluding 19 lakhs residents. This led to protests about uncertain future of such a large number of people in the state. The government, however, allayed all such fears, saying no person whose name is not there in the list will be detained till he or she exhausts all legal remedies. The excluded people have about 120 days to appeal against their exclusion to the foreigner tribunals. To speed up the process, 200 new foreigner tribunals have been made functional in addition to 100 already existing. If they are not satisfied with tribunals, people can also move to High Court and Supreme Court for redressal. That means finally on 31st August 2019, final NRC was released excluding 19 lakh residents. This led to huge protests in the state, and however, those peoples whose name were not there in the list, they were given 120 days to prove as citizen of Assam in the foreigner tribunals. If, however, if they are not satisfied with the function of foreigner tribunals, then they can move either to the High Court or to the Supreme Court. To speed up the process, 200 new foreigner tribunals were made functional in addition to 100 existing foreigner tribunals. Now, in the name of NRC, lots of resources have been spent. Around 52,000 people's government officials have worked there for a long duration, and lots of money have been spent. Although there must be some benefits. So here are some benefits of the NRC. First of all, it will safeguard the interests of Assamese people. Next, efficient implementation of schemes of Government of Assam and Government of India. Next, explosion of population will be reduced, because those peoples, Bangladeshi peoples, are mostly they are poor people, because of which they don't have much education, so they don't have the birth control, all this knowledge they don't have, so there is an explosion of population. Next, more indigenous people of Assam will be employed, of course. Better access to the resources of migrant dominated areas. Reduction of ethnic violence that took place in 2012 in the BTAD region between the Boros and the non-Boros. In non-Boros, Bengali Muslims were there, so it will be reduced quite. Next, indigenous people of Assam will not be harassed in the name of illegal migrants. So these are some of the merits of NRC. Now, the last parts of NRC, that is, of course, NRC also has few demerits. Number one is what? Less deportation. According to the Foreigner Tribunal's body report, out of 46,000 identified illegal migrants, only 4 were deported since 2015. The source I have taken from The Hindu, 9 April 2019. Then deportation problems. Bangladesh, which is already overburdened with population, and Rohingya refugees may not accept such a huge chunk of people. And we already know Bangladesh has a very high density population. Number 3, UN sanctions. India may face sanctions on UN due to violations of International Red Cross Society and Amnesty International norms. Then humanitarian crisis. Sudden deportation of people will lead to humanitarian crisis, as a lot of people have their land house in Assam. Next, India has a huge diaspora in Bangladesh, and it comes under one of the largest remittance for India, deportation of migrants may have negative impacts on it. So these are the what demerits of NRC. That's all. Thank you very much.